it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in my 1970 Ford Mustang Fastback with the numbers matching 351 Windsor and an FMX 3-speed automatic transmission. Give it a chance here to warm up a little bit. We do have an aftermarket temperature gauge up underneath the dash there, so it is real hard to see. It's not off the factory one. It's under this gauge works on the under the dash there. All right, so again, we have a 70 Ford Mustang Fastback. This is a sports roof, not a Mach 1, and it is a really cool Mustang Fastback. Has a lot of good pieces on it. It retains the original 351 Windsor, more of a stock style motor than anything, and it runs really, really well. Backed by a FMX 3-speed automatic transmission, and it's more of a stock style driving Mustang than anything. Nothing crazy high performance. Make sure I was in high gear there. It definitely has a little bit of a gear swap in the rear. We're probably cruising at, I don't know, 55, 60 miles an hour, and you do start turning a few RPMs. But it's still a good cruising car. If you wanted to, you could go with an overdrive transmission, or you could swap the gear out to a little bit more of a highway-friendly gear in the rear end. Just kind of personal preference there. As far as other mechanical options, you do have a set of headers, dual exhaust, Flowmaster style mufflers with good tailpipes out the back. And then you do have manual steering, but an easy car to drive. And then manual brakes, but it is discs up front. As far as your interior goes, you have a factory style black interior. You have the high back bucket seats. You have the rear seat as well. Shows really well. Headliner's in great shape. Visors are nice. Door panels and the dash, all that stuff looks good. You have a factory style set of gauges. You do have the Licara aftermarket steering wheel. I would put a rim blow in it, but that's just me. A couple smaller items are not working. I know the speedometer is not doing anything, probably needs a new speedo cable. And then the other items, the flashers, the dash lights, and I believe it was the interior turn signals were not coming on, but the exterior turn signals do work. So I would suggest taking a look at my Does It Work section. It's going to have a list of items that work and a list of items that do not work. You can also check out my virtual description video. That'll dive into a lot of the items that work and do not work on the car as well. The additional infos tab, as well as the extra videos, are going to be posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com, where I outline all of that good stuff. Carpet's also in nice shape. If I didn't touch on that, you have a good set of mats. This one does have an aftermarket Alpine stereo in there with some speakers in the door panels on both sides. All right, temperature gauge has come up good. We're about 180 or so it's good temperature. And I forgot to mention, one of the coolest things on this car is it does have aftermarket AC, and the AC blows nice and cold. Nice positive shifts. And again, you do have a little bit of gear in the rear end, so you're not doing 75, 80 miles an hour without doing a gear swap in the rear. You'll be wrapped out a little bit, but it is a fun car, even at 60 miles an hour. On the underneath, it is very solid. The floors, the frame rails, everything is nice metal. Didn't find any rust problems. We'll put some photos in the video here, but the underneath is very nice. Again, the exhaust looks good. I don't know exactly when that was installed, but it shows nice again front to back on the bottom. On your exterior, I believe the color on this one was originally a gold car. It is now that red. The paint quality is nice. It's got some smaller imperfections here and there, but it still shows well. The best thing is going to be the add-ons. You have the hood pins, you have the shaker, you have the louvers, and you have the rear wing. It just gives it that really cool, aggressive Mach 1 look to it. The shaker is always an awesome addition. And if you're ever going to want to do that to your car, it's more than just cutting a hole in the hood and buying the shaker. You do have to measure, you have to repaint the hood or find a factory shaker hood. So the time that someone spent to add the shaker to this car was well worth the investment because it looks really, really cool. I think it's the best option you can add to any Mustang from 69 through 70. I think they're just killer add-ons. Outside of some smaller spots, like little imperfections in the paint, on the lower corners of the door, you do have a few imperfections, like small little reaction bubbles that are starting. That'll be photos of that stuff will be posted in my additional infos tab on my website, so y'all can see all of that stuff. Brakes stop the car well. Like any old car, you get a few little squeaks here and there, but nothing that's egregious. On your glass, you have a stone chip in the windshield right over here. Nothing is spidered. There's just about the size of about a dime, probably. And then your side glass is in nice shape. The windows roll up and down like they should. The back glass also looks really good. But again, you have your louvers, so you're not seeing a whole lot out of the back glass. You do have a little bit of haziness in the center of your rear view mirror, but nothing that's impeding your vision. And then the suspension, it's stock style equipment, performs well. Nothing's rubbing, doesn't pull you left or right. Manual steering is easy. It is manual brakes, but you do have discs on the front. I would go with the power disc brake, or excuse me, a power conversion, but that's just kind of personal preference. I will say you get a few little squeaks from the rear interior. It very well might be the back seat. And then on the lower portions of the rear interior panels, there are a few like little cracks on the interior panels in the back. And again, we'll have photos of that stuff in my my additional infos link. Windsor run really well. That's cool that it is the numbers matching motor, or the original motor for the car. Flip around here. You're reading 83,592 miles. Unfortunately, I don't know what the true mileage on the car is. It very well could be an 83,000 mile car. It could be 183,000 miles. There's just no way for me to know, unfortunately. But to be honest, it's not something that truly matters on the old stuff. You can't verify it unless you have original paperwork. But just like to give people the odometer reading because a lot of people ask for it. My overall feel is this is a really cool fastback. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a Ford guy, so I love this kind of stuff. The shaker, the louvers, and the rear wing are just a killer add-on. The AC is a huge bonus. You're going to spend anywhere between $4,000 and $6,000 depending on which kit and who you're going to have do aftermarket AC, so that's a good bonus. Now, I think to drop a car off at a mechanic or at a body shop to add the shaker, by the time you buy the full kit, they repaint your hood and cut the hole, that's going to be about a $2,500, if not more, add-on. So this car's got a lot of good stuff added to it. There's a few things to do, like a couple of the small little items not working on the car, and then I would add the power brakes like we talked about before. But you already got the air, you already got the shaker, and it's just a good solid car, and it looks great going down the road, and as you can hear, it sounds really nice. And sorry, my voice is a little raspy. I got some allergies here. Weather's changing in Texas, and I think I've sneezed about 130 times today. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in and watching another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that y'all want to see, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Make sure you check out my virtual description video for this car, along with my additional infos tab. Both are going to be posted on my website, pcclassiccars.com. And we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks again for watching, and talk to you guys later.